Okay, so tonight's Unit 6, Lesson 3 is the next step with our fractions, with our pieces of wholes. We are going to do some adding and subtracting, and I'm going to do 219 and 220 with you. 221 and 222 we're going to do in class during math workshop, so you need to have those in class for full credit. There's no Google form tonight because I'm kind of trusting that you're going to watch the video. So we'll see how many emails I get about, is there a Google form? Because I mentioned it in the video that there isn't. So to add it, to add fractions, you need to still think of the whole picture. And the circled parts of this fraction bar show an addition problem. So I have one circle with 3/7 in it and one circle with 2/7 in it. So if I do 3/7 plus 2/7, I have 3 plus 2 equals 5/7. And we did a lot of this during our math workshop time today, so I know that you're kind of on board with this and you kind of have a good understanding of it. So if I have on number 2, 3/9 plus 4/9, I'm going to have 3 plus 4. My denominator is going to stay the same. We're still adding the same size pieces, so the denominator does not change. So we have 7/9. I'm going to have you do 3 and 4, and we will correct those in 3, 4, and 5, because I want to know what you think is happening. We will correct those in math workshop so that you can see, so we can check your answers and check your thinking. What happens to the denominators? Well, I'll help you answer that one. That one's pretty easy. What happens to the denominator? It stays the same. It does not change. Answer these in complete sentences. The denominator, no reason to spell it wrong when it's right there in front of you, stays the same. So that's your hint on how to complete 3, 4, and 5. So subtraction is just the opposite of the addition. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/7, and we've crossed out 2/7. So what would be my problem? 6 take away 2 equals, how many's left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, again, the 7ths aren't changing because the denominator is staying the same. You still have the same size pieces, whether you're adding them or subtracting them. So it's important to see that our denominator stays the same. All we're doing is adding or subtracting in this case. 5/6 take away 4/6 is 5 take away 4, which is 1/6. Again, I'm going to have you answer 9, 10, and 11 on your own. And let's talk about in 12. I want you to write down some answers that we can have a discussion about it in class. But we kind of talked about it at length today in the Teacher Center in Math Workshop, that adding and subtracting fractions, the denominator stays the same because you're still adding or subtracting the same size fractions. So some of our mixed practice down here, I'm going to do part of them, and then you can do part of them just to practice, and we will correct them in Math Workshop tomorrow. These all have like denominators, so we don't have to do anything fancy because we have the same size pieces. So if I'm doing number 13, I have 1/4 plus 2/4. So I have 1 plus 2 equals 3/4. Let's try that again on number 15, which means you're doing number 14. 6 take away 2. I'm going to write that here to help me out for my visual, is going to equal 4/6. All right, let's do number 17. 2 plus 4 is 6/5. And for some of you, I know last year you would be told, no, you can't do that. We're not there yet. We will talk about what an improper fraction is later on. Right now, I just want you to focus on how you're going to add these or subtract them. So let's look at number 20. Let's do 18. Sorry, I want to do another subtraction one. 8/12 take away 3/12. Well, what's 8 take away 3? 5, and our denominator stays the same. So I need you to do 19, 20, and 21 on your own. Let's do 22 together. 7/9 take away 5/9 is going to be 2/9. That denominator stays the same. Number 25, just go down one. 2/11 plus 7/11 is 9/11. Let's do 23. I'm going to do 23. You have to do 26 and 24. I'll do 23 and 27. So 4 take away 3, 4/5. Take away 3/5. You got to think of, you've got 4 fifth pieces, and you're going to take away 3 of those fifth pieces. So it's going to leave you with 1/5. And if I were adding, I have 1/3 piece, 1/3 piece. I'm going to add 2 more. I'm going to have 3/3, or like we all know, that equals 1 whole. So the ones that I didn't do, I want you to try, and we will correct them tomorrow in class during our teacher time. Please come to class prepared tomorrow. I had way too many students that were not prepared for math workshop today, and it makes our learning time a lot more frantic and chaotic. Let's try to put our best foot forward and be prepared scholars tomorrow. So there's no Google form. You need to finish some of these problems, and 221 and 222 need to be in class for us to work on in math workshop tomorrow.